Guys, Hendrick's back, guys. Alex Bowman got third, Chase got eighth, Chase won a stage. It's good, it's all over. Hendrick's back, boys.
Lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through the...
Three, this is where it kind of gets really interesting, as we have Harvick. He's still leading. He's still, being Harvick. And then a caution comes out. Brad Keselowski goes into the wall. And if I'm not mistaken, this pushes Kevin Harvick all the way back to about 10th. And then after that, another caution came out. And he had already, I think we did about, half a lap maybe? I mean, if even that. And then Harvick was back in 14th, and another caution came out, and then he had damage on his car, in which he had to go down pit road and fix. He went back to 29th, and then a caution with I believe it's the 00 car, Landon Castle. He got fluid on the track. We went around the track about 10 laps, 10 laps, and then oil spill. And it just kind of could tell how the race was going from there. Three, this is where it kind of gets really interesting, as we have Harvick. He's still leading. He's still, being Harvick. And then a caution comes out. Brad Keselowski goes into the wall. And if I'm not mistaken, this pushes Kevin Harvick all the way back to about 10th. And then after that, another caution came out. And he had already, I think we did about, half a lap maybe? I mean, if even that. And then Harvick was back in 14th, and another caution came out. And then he had damage on his car, in which he had to go down pit road and fix. He went back to 29th. And then a caution with, I believe it's the 00 car, Landon Castle. He got fluid on the track. We went around the track about 10 laps, 10 laps. And then oil spill, and it just kind of could tell how the race was going from there. We go about I'd say about 20 laps. Bubba, Wallace, Rex. It was like there would be more need for speedy dry, and it would take a while to get back going. Bubba Wallace was okay. I guess I didn't see the interview. He was okay, and no problems. Just going to be sore, obviously. Pretty good race. About the same as last time. I would give it, instead of a 5, like an average race, I give it an above average race to a 6 or a 7, just because that ending was a really good ending. Unfortunate that Bubba got into that wreck, but it was a pretty good final ending. Kind of was like, is this going to be another Indy? Like, if that was another Indy, I don't know what I would have done. But yeah, it was all around a good race, and let's get into your race results. Again, I want to go by this pretty quick. Like I said, Kyle Busch, Daniel Suarez, Alex Bowman is your top 3. Shout out to Alex Bowman. He had a great race. He was up front all day long. That's huge in keeping that spot in the playoffs. I'm sure he was nervous when he saw Daniel Suarez up there, because that would have knocked him out. Kevin Harvick did end up getting 4th, Eric Jones 5th. William Byron, another one, had a great day. Well, he wasn't having a good day. He was having an average, like a normal William Byron day, and then he got up there on strategy and stayed in the top 10 for the rest of the race. I believe that was in stage 3. Ryan Newman, he got 7th. I'm not even going to begin how the heck he's getting these top 10s out of nowhere, but he is. Chase Elliott got 8th place. Like I said, he touched the apron there. He probably would have gotten 4th or 5th if he hadn't done that. But still, 8th place. He had a good points day as he finished 3rd and obviously won stage 1. Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch make up 9th and 10th. Clint Bowyer gets 11th. Honestly, those are guys who just had average days. They were Hamlin was up there for the beginning, then just kind of went to his average day, his normal day. Ryan Blaney, he was really quiet during the race. I didn't really see him. I used to see him throughout the race. Didn't have that much of a not as well as I expected. Austin Dillon and AJ Allmendinger, those are two people that had above average races. You were seeing them all. I think they were in the top 10 there for a little bit. Shout out to those two. MTJ obviously having a below average race in 15th. Just didn't seem to have the car, didn't seem to have the speed this week, which is kind of weird having won at Pocono earlier this year. Michael McDowell gets up in 16th. Good finish for that team. Jimmy Johnson, he had an average day or below average day at 17th. Just never really seen him. I think he was up there in the top 10 for a little bit. I mean, I'm not saying he had a bad day. He was up there for a little bit. Just didn't seem, once again, to have that top 10 speed, and just kind of fell back to 17th. Matt Kenseth in 18th. That's a pretty good day there for Roush Fenway. David Reagan got 19th. Pretty good finish there for that team. I believe, yeah, he's also in the same team as Michael McDowell, so they had a pretty good car this weekend. Jamie McMurray, he was up front, he was in the back, he was up front, he was in the middle, he's all over the place. I believe he had a tire blow, or he just had an issue where his car slowed down because they were like 16 wide or something like that. They're on their front straightaway, and he ended up 20th. But a great day from him. Chevy showed a lot of speed here, but I want to get into why we need to slow our roll here after. Paul Menard got 21st. He's another one who had a quiet day. Funny that I picked, said that he might actually have a pretty good day. I did not. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., he's one that had another one who just had a really quiet day. He got 22nd. Larson, he was quiet at the beginning, got up to the top 10, and just never was able, just didn't, actually for once did not have the speed. Or just wasn't, I don't know how to really explain him. He had a fast car, he just wasn't able to get to the front, was more of a better description. Ty Dillon, great finish for that 13 team in 24th. Eric Almirola wrecked there at the end, causing the final caution. Matty Benedetto, great race for the 32 team. He was running a funny scheme that I saw. It was dude wipes. I don't even look it up. Like, I didn't, but I wouldn't look it up if I were you. Jeffrey Earnhardt, he was in the 29. I was kind of wondering, they had a in-car camera of him. I didn't know if he might run a little bit better. He got a couple race sponsor to where he actually ran a little bit better than you usually see him. I wonder if that sponsor gave him a little bit extra money because he had an onboard camera and a helmet cam. So it's kind of interesting. Casey Kane, he got up there on strategy. He was up there in second and fourth like we see him do every once in a while. Did not work out for him as he finished in 30th. I believe he actually held it for a while, and he just was kind of at the wrong time. Reed Sorensen got 32nd. Yeah, that's about all I got. Bubba Wallace, he just obviously wrecked. Glad to hear that he is okay, and I hope the best for him. Landon Castle got 34th. Ross Chastain didn't even know he was driving in 35th. I actually am considering making a video about him. Just a little hint. I think I might make a video about him in the coming weeks. Timmy Hill, he had a very nice scheme. That's the only reason I'm talking about him. Not sure what happened to Chris Buescher. I know Brad Keselowski, he blew a tire in about stage 3, causing the caution, and got 38th. Corey LaJoy, he caused a caution in stage 2, and BJ McLeod, I don't even know who the heck that is. So let's get into final thoughts. Chevy. Yes, I understand that they were fast this week. They were probably the fastest they've been all season long, with the exception of plate tracks, which doesn't really count. But this is not a mile and a half. I understand that this is a two mile. Is it a 2 mile? It might be a little bit below, or maybe even above. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yes, they did show a lot of speed, and don't expect him. I mean, it's going to be Watkins Glen next season, so we're going to have to wait a little bit. But I mean, this is an improvement based on Pocono spring race. Well, it wasn't a spring race; it was in June, but earlier Pocono race. It was an improvement, on what was already a great race at Pocono earlier this year. So I really like seeing Chase Elliott actually pass people when they were on the same tires. You know, you saw Alex Bowman got 3rd place. I believe that's his best career finish, or second best, because I don't remember what he finished. He actually wrecked at Phoenix, so never mind. But really like seeing the speed out of William Byron once he got up there. He was up there in the top 10. That was really it for the Chevys. Ryan Newman somehow got 7th, but Hendrick did show a lot of speed this week, which I really like seeing as a Hendrick fan. It was really nice seeing them up front. But I'm still waiting. I'm not completely bought in. I'm waiting to see how they do on a 1.5-mile track before I finally fully invest in Hendrick actually finally becoming back, because I feel like they're going to come back at one point, but we're just seeing slow little spurts of it happening throughout the season. New Hampshire was a pretty decent race. Pocono was a really good race, and we might just see another downtrend from them and an uptrend, kind of like a roller coaster of a year. But it seems like that Chase Elliott, Alan Gustav has figured out a pretty good car. But that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I want to have a video coming out. I think I got about actually 2 videos planned for this week, so a little bit different from what you guys have seen lately. Make sure to comment down below your guys' thoughts on the race. Who do you think? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Hendrick's actually back? I'm kind of just in the middle here. Even though I'm a Hendrick fan, I'm just kind of like, I don't want to jump the gun yet till we see how they do on a 1.5 miles, and hopefully they do well. I don't think Chase Elliott did that bad at Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken, but still, I think he was about the only one up there. That's all I got for you guys. I'll see you on the next one, and peace out.